You know, it's funny. Have you ever looked at a single short phrase and realized it's not just a sentence, but an entire system of logic packed into a few words? It turns out some of our most ancient texts can function a lot like code, where every single character has a precise job to do. So let's deconstruct one and really give it a real look. We're going to dive into this very famous and, let's be honest, often misunderstood phrase from the Quran about theft. Now, on the surface, it seems incredibly direct, maybe even blunt. But what if there's a sophisticated legal engine running just underneath? And that's really the big question for us today. Is it just a simple command, or is it a complex protocol? We're about to go on a bit of a linguistic detective journey to take this phrase apart, piece by piece. We're going to see what happens when we stop just reading it and start decoding it. It's time to give this thing a real look. Okay, so our investigation starts with the smallest piece of the puzzle, but it's a piece that literally changes everything. A single letter, fa, that kicks off the entire command. Now, this isn't just any old fa. This is a very specific grammatical tool called the fa rabata, or the linking fa. And here's the key. It's not saying first they steal, then you cut. No, it's way smarter than that. Think of it like an if-then statement in computer programming. It's a logical trigger. So here's how it actually plays out. The whole protocol doesn't even start until a condition is met. The phrase begins, as for the thief, notice that definite article, the thief. That means a person who has been legally, formally identified and confirmed in that category. It's not about catching someone in the act. It's about a proven, registered state. Only after that whole case is established, then and only then does the fa trigger fire, which activates the ruling. It's a consequence, not just an immediate reaction. All right, so we have our trigger. Now this is where it gets really, really cool. We're going to see how the very idea of deterrence is built into the language itself through a perfect mirrored command. Just look at this. It's brilliant. On the left, you have the word kun, made of the letters kaf and nun. It means be or create. It's an activation command. Now look to the right. We have nuk. The exact same letters, just reversed. And guess what? The meaning is the exact opposite. To restrain, to bind, to lock down. It's the same engine, just running in reverse. This mirrored relationship, that's the key to understanding the whole purpose of the law here. If theft is someone misusing their power to create a bad outcome for themselves, then the legal response, the deterrent, is a reverse kun. It's a command designed not to create, but to prevent. Its entire function is to say, don't let it happen again. To make this even clearer, let's use a physical metaphor. Think of the letter nun, that first one, as a seed, a life force. And think of the letter kaf as a grip, or a clamp, or a tool. In the word knock, the flow is seed to grip. The living force of the law is activating the clamp. The system is clamping down to hold, lock, and restrain. Okay, now let's reverse it for kun. The flow is grip to seed. The tool or the container releases the seed, which allows it to grow and come into being. So in one direction, life drives restraint. In the other, the tool carries life into existence. I mean, that beautiful symmetry is baked right into the language of the law itself. So we have our logical trigger, and we have this core philosophy of deterrence. But the phrase still isn't done. The final part unpacks the enforcement itself into what you can think of as a stack of 3 distinct legal layers. The first layer is jazan. Now, this is crucial. This isn't about revenge or emotion. This is a system response. Think of it like a society's immune system. A violation happened, it disrupted the order, and this is the counteraction the system owes to restore its own balance. It's totally impersonal and functional. Layer 2, bima kasaba, acts as a critical safety check. It means based on what they earned or acquired through their action. This is basically the case file principle. It anchors the entire response directly to the proven recorded act. It can't be based on suspicion, and importantly, it has to be proportional to what was actually done. And finally, we get to layer 3, nakodulon, which brings us right back to our mirror command. This layer defines the public safety function of the ruling. It's not just about the individual anymore. It's about sending a crystal clear stop signal to the entire social network, making the boundary visible to everyone and protecting the whole system from this happening again. So now, let's put it all together. We've decoded the trigger, we've decoded the core philosophy, we've decoded the enforcement stack. what does the complete legal formula actually look like when you assemble all the pieces? Here it is, the whole protocol. The input has to be a proven case. The action is to disable the means of the theft. That action is constrained to be proportional to the deed. Its first purpose is a systemic response, not revenge. Its second purpose is social deterrence. And, this is so important, the very next verse provides the exit condition, a clear path for repentance, repair, and reintegration back into society. So when we give it a real look, what at first glance appeared to be just a simple, harsh command is revealed to be a highly structured, multi-layered legal protocol. It has clear inputs, specific actions, built-in constraints, and defined purposes, all designed to stop a problem, solve it, and eventually reintegrate the person. And that really leaves us with a fascinating final thought, doesn't it? This was just one phrase. If language itself can function like a programming language, with its own triggers and functions and constraints embedded right inside, well, what other complex instructions might we be missing just by reading them on the surface? What else is out there just waiting to be decoded?